We are now at
the British Museum.
The British Museum. So once again,
Rick.
We're doing Rick Steves' tour, but we're in the British Museum, and it looks like this. And there are floors and floors of this stuff.
We're just getting the history of the whole world in 90 minutes.
Rick starts you out right at the front of the museum with the Rosetta Stone, and it's actually a great place to start because it leads you into the whole museum, which is a history of the world. And there's so much to see and read about and encounter that if you stopped at every single location and read all of the information, you would be there for days. We ended up being there for like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, and we were overwhelmed. There was just so much information, but all fascinating.
And we did move pretty quickly,
yes,
along with Rick's audio. That audio was helpful because it paced us and moved us through room to room, and we caught all the highlights, and at any time if you really wanted to see something, you could hit pause. So that was a really good way to kind of keep us moving through, yet have the freedom to spend more time if we wanted to.
Yeah. I have never seen as many mummies in one location as I did at the British Museum. It was also really nice to get a flow of history where you were able to piece it all together in one history of the world very quickly.
It leads you from one to the other well.
Worth it, definitely.
I could do an art history class from Rick. He makes art history interesting.
He also skips the details.
Yes. I don't want the details.
These panels came off the Parthenon, and they were originally painted in bold colors. They weren't the white marble. They got here because some English dude decided that he needed to save them, so he had them chiseled off the Parthenon and brought here so that he could preserve them.
I decided to try Victorian lemonade. And then I read the label. It's got all kinds of weird stuff in it. It's got pear extract. It's got cream of tartar. We'll see how this tastes. And what does it taste like? It tastes like really weak lemonade. And ended up with just a weak, somewhat tart lemonade. Oh well. Well, we finished up at the British Museum and decided that we went in the back door.
With all the tour groups.
Here's where we were supposed to go in. Dark clouds are looming. That sounds dark.
It sounds ominous. We're gonna have to pull out our umbrella for the second time.
You sound excited even though it's dark.
I am. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
We're at King's Cross Station.
It's so cool.
It's so cool.
We came to King's Cross so that we could go to Platform 9 3/4 and the Harry Potter store, and I knew that I wanted a Harry Potter shirt that said something to do with Harry Potter and London, and I searched and searched and searched, and I found the one shirt in the whole store that said London on it that was Harry Potter. It was a hard find.
I'm a big Harry Potter fan, but I'm not waiting. I mean, this is probably an hour wait in order to get your picture with a trolley glued to the outside of a brick wall.
One thing we got good at throughout the trip was our selfies, and so we opted to take a long distance selfie that I've cropped down right here. So that works. We cheated the system. And look, we're being spontaneous again.
British Library. We're gonna give it a go.
We came out of King's Cross Station and was looking at our app, our Rick Steves app, and realized that there was another audio tour of the British Library, and the British Library is just around the corner from King's Cross Station. And so we were like, we can do this, we can fit this in. And it turned out to be one of my favorite stops the whole time. Just this old history and old books and seeing the history of the written language. It was fascinating. Just seeing the actual old text is just something that you don't think is going to be meaningful, but it totally is. And we saw written musical scores by Mozart and Handel and all these different things. We even got to see the Magna Carta. It was a great stop, unplanned,
that we really loved. So yeah, it's good to leave in a little flex time here and there.
It's all Greek to me.
This is the outside of King's Cross Station. We had a good time at the library.
We did. I enjoyed the library.
Extra
and the
little
cool
stop.
Historical documents. I like that. It was a good stop.
Here we are, one corner of Hyde Park
Yeah.
by Marble Arch, which has a Marble Arch underground station. There's also a big crown over here with the coronation. Now we're venturing out to Hyde Park. It's a little overgrown, we've heard.
Overgrown. It looks overgrown.
And it is overgrown, but they got the middle part out there. So we're in Hyde Park, and here is where the Reformers tree used to stand. Basically, it's where you came to protest. Reform stuff.
It burned down.
Wow, it is kind of nice that no one's come and messed up all those rocks. I could see that being a thing. So in the middle of Hyde Park, you got this little police station. Looks like a cottage. But over here, oh, there's a cottage for you.
Yeah.
Here's the sign.
So we need to keep coming out this way and then
We'll cross
cross.
the long water.
We'll miss the Peter Pan statue.
Not if we turn right and go up to it.
That's true.
And here we are. This is the body of water that's in the middle of Hyde Park. This road has a dedicated bike lane, and a dedicated horse lane. The horse rides are closed today. We don't know why. So we just hiked through Hyde Park.
Yeah, we did.
That's good.
Probably a mile and a half.
Either way, we made it here to Kensington Palace.
We did.
That's Kensington Palace. We're taking pictures of it. Queen
Victoria.
Victoria. Wow, she looks very Victorian.
Well, that would be the Victorian era that she ushered in.
Oh, and she was an usher and a queen? She was busy.
She did all the
Ushered in the Victorian era.
Yep.
Let's go see if they let us take pictures inside this palace.
Yes.
That sometimes is an
true.
issue.
Sometimes they don't let you.
Here we go, another palace for rich people.
Victoria and Albert first met on these stairs.
Oh. And first exhibit, I believe, is about clothes. In case you like clothes.
They're filming now inside the palace, just photos. Yeah.
Inside the Kensington Palace was a really annoying, disturbing display.
Well, it was a really frustrating display.
They basically took this historic building and site and pushed all of the historical stuff to the side.
Yep.
And made it a big political statement and fashion show, trying to link current fashion and celebrities to the royals back in the day and how they showed their power and influence through their gaudy dress.
Yes.
And how they were elites. Whole thing was super frustrating. There's even a room that had jewels in it, and amongst the jewels they put show jewelry from movie stars. And like, why would you do that? They mixed, it was just, what it was tacky. And they just mixed in a bunch of stupid American celebrities with actual royalty in an actual palace.
Yep.
Like, come on. Ugh, so frustrating.
The best part was the Victoria rooms, which they kept about Queen Victoria and her life there, and they redid them how they would have been done when she lived there.
Oh, like an actual museum.
Yes, it was an actual museum. You were walking through where she was lived and where she was raised and where she was born, and that was the best part.
This is the Princess Diana Memorial, which is just outside of Kensington Palace.
You can't get close to her, which I think is interesting. They have this winged, trellised walkway all around it, but you can't get close to the
Yep,
statue.
they've ringed it to keep it private, but yeah, keep it at a distance. And there is Kensington Palace down there. I don't know if you can see that. I've been told to calm down after the stupid Kensington Palace. This is the physical energy statue, and I just realized I'm approaching it from the wrong side. But
We are?
Well, I can see the face of the guy. So this is a statue
In 1912.
of Peter Pan.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I know. It's a burden, you know, being so brilliant. You should try it sometime. Who knows? They might make a statue of you.
This is the Italian gardens, and here's an interpretive sign to tell me about the birds. But these Italian gardens are impressive.
Yeah, it's really pretty.